check that mic for me.
Testing. I can hear good.
1, 2. I'm good.
I hear way better than
Yeah, I think
last time. I don't know what
I've
was
got
going
some
on.
things worked out over here. It sounded a lot better the last couple days.
But the actual episode sounded really good. Like I know I was loud, but it sounded good on the episode. Everything was leveled out.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it definitely worked itself out. But at the time, I was hearing myself back like, the fuck?
Like super loud.
So much pressure to bring the show in.
You know, a lot of pressure. Make it happen.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is in your hood. I am absolutely Adia.
I'm a franchise. I'm in the building, baby.
This
Cheers.
is the quad.
Cheers.
What's going on?
A lot.
A lot? We did that last time. That's how we ring the 21 Savage.
Yeah. 21. Yeah.
Man. It's good to see you.
Yes.
I never know what you're going to do with your hair. You're like us. Like we come in.
Yeah.
It's always a surprise.
You know, I tend to go with the weather. So in the wintertime, I tend to let it go out. You know what I'm saying? And then let it do what it do. And then the summertime, I usually, go with the low dog. That's what I generally do.
Okay.
Yeah. So
we went to New Orleans a couple of weeks ago, and shout out to So Shy Styles. Me and the girls got our hair pressed and trimmed, and
it's looking nice with the popping fro.
Thank you. It's nice and even because she trimmed it,
Yeah.
but the girls had been rocking their press as a day just washed her hair like yesterday, but Zuri's is still rolling, but mine wasn't. Apparently, I sweat in the back of my head at night, so I wake up every morning and it'd be like straight like a reverse mullet. I was like, nah.
The reverse mullet.
I've got a hot comb it every day. I was like, oh no, I'm not there yet. So back to the fro. Thank you. It's long. It's so long.
I remember I was looking at some videos of the first couple of episodes, and your hair is always different. But that first time it was like super short. It was shorter than that.
It was way low.
Yeah, it was like a low cut. So this is my first time seeing like the Grace Jones coming in.
It's coming. Oh, that's my girl.
Strange.
Yeah, that's my girl. My darling. I do a lot with my hair. I get really bored easily. And I'm lucky, cross my fingers, that it grows fast.
Yes.
And it's super thick and healthy. So I can do a lot to it and it doesn't go anywhere. Yeah. So we kind of have fun with the stuff that we do.
I know there's a lot of women out there that are on their hair journeys. I'm not sure what they're trying to do or what they want to do. But when your hair grows, you have more options.
Yeah.
Because if you chop it off, you be like, damn it. Now you got to put some pieces in.
Somebody else told me. They were like, when I got it pressed, we were all like, oh, wow. Like, it was super long.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, man. It was just like almost a year ago that I just cut it all off.
Just cut it off. Yeah, because I guess it's been about a year since we've been doing this.
Anniversary.
We have to have an anniversary. Got to have it. Jason Lyric coming through. You going to come through?
I hit him up. He'll come.
Yeah. Yeah, I might have to have an anniversary party, man.
Hey, I'm with it. I mean, people are still listening to his show. Shout out Jay Lyric. That's one of our most listened to shows. Yeah, so definitely shout out to Lyric. Gotta have him
still got
back.
him on title too.
He has some dope stuff coming out too. I know his clothing line is revamped, and him and Chopper dropped some stuff. So he
did they
ever
drop that hip hop, that old school beat?
I don't think they dropped that one, but they have something else.
I need that Lyric. Are you listening? I need the old school 90s beats
Lyric
mixtape with you and Chopper.
Yeah.
All right, FYI. Yeah.
And then it's Mardi Gras time in New Orleans, so I did my little purple, green, gold eyes.
Okay.
But this is the big weekend. Fat Tuesday is this Tuesday, so all this. all the super crews, the big crews rolled this from Friday on. So Friday, today, Sunday, Monday, and then Fat Tuesday. So
wow, when you going back?
The girls have finals this week.
Oh,
so
no travel.
They caught the beginning when we were there a few weeks ago around Valentine's Day. Yeah, but that's all they got. They got crawfish, they got king cake, and
king cake
good stuff. So.
I heard about the king cake. Never had it.
Really?
Yeah.
We brought like 2 back. I didn't know that. I would have brought you one.
Now you know.
We'll hook you up.
Now you know.
Yeah. Man, it's been so much going on. It's been so much going on with us, but a lot in the news, media.
Yeah.
It's been some crazy Good stuff and crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of both. I mean, but the crazy stuff is what makes the news.
Well, I would say the crazy stuff is what they keep going.
Yeah.
Because as much as we get lied to on a daily basis,
Every
the
day.
lie shouldn't be the thing that keeps going and going and going. But in the case of like Jussie Smollett, well, Jussie, I want to say his name
Jussie,
right.
yeah, please say his name
The
right.
J-U, I don't know. His mom and them set him up with that J-U.
Jussie.
But in that situation, as much as you wanted it to die down, every day a new something came out and it was
New
like,
developments.
no, Jussie, why?
And it was just the story just got uglier and uglier. I'm like,
Crazier
no.
and crazier.
You know what's crazy though is you're on social media and you see things happening and there's certain things that you're gonna align with. And I remember seeing, I'm like, yo, that's real fucked up that happened to him. But I felt bad because I was like, yo, son, that shit sounds suspect from the jump.
It sounded so
From the
weird
giddy
from
up.
the beginning.
So that's why I was
And
like, I ain't say nothing.
I didn't post anything. Because when I first heard it, I was like, what?
What? Yeah.
It
Then
was
his
just like,
little scratch. I was like, yo, bro, if you got jumped.
And that was in the time in Chicago when it was like 20 below zero. And
Yeah,
shit.
and it was snowing and they showed the outside. I was like, who is standing outside in the wings
And to
waiting
jump
to
you.
fight in
To
the
jump
snow
you. Yeah.
with MAGA? And the weirdest part to me was the bleach. Because if somebody douses you with something, it's like acid. It's like something that's gonna damage you.
If they trying to do that.
Right. In the stories that we've seen in the past,
Yes.
I've never heard like what was the bleach gonna do?
Well,
I don't know.
the only thing I can think of, like I remember back in the day when I was, in another life. I remember I used to hear stories about like when women would get mad at their dudes, they would get all their clothes and then pour bleach on it.
Yeah, but
that's like the only
that's close.
connection.
I've done that.
Yeah, that's the only connection.
Long time ago,
confessional.
in a galaxy far away.
Adia confessional.
Nah, look, it's how crazy it was. 501s. Zuri's dad used to wear 501s all the time. That's like my favorite pair of jeans.
Okay.
And
I couldn't wear the
when
501s.
I was
560s.
pregnant and tripping, but I found out he was cheating, and I cut up his jeans and stuff, and I poured the bleach, and then I looked at him, and I was like, they kind of look fly, like, like it's like the ripped up, bleached up. So, and I went and brought all of his stuff by his mama house, and they had some Migos outside working on the car, and they had like this. I guess they were changing the oil, and they had took out the old oil.
The
and
pan.
I
They had it in the
poured
pan.
that the dirty oil all over.
Not just the bleach spider. She poured the dirty oil. You went in.
Horrible.
She went in.
Don't do that, ladies. I've evolved now. I just
Yeah.
be like deuces if it's something crazy.
So back to Jussie, right?
Yes.
I felt because this, I'm one of those worldly kind of thinkers, right? I'm thinking about the world and the impact of things that's happening. And I was like, damn, what kind of environment do we live in where this man is fabricating a hate crime on himself? Like, what kind of world do we live in?
It's like an onion. It's so
There's a
many
lot of
layers
There are.
that come off. I mean, initially, and not even just that. Okay, on the level that we're on, which is such a lower level,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, in the scheme of celebrity and media. But as low of the level as we are on, shout out to all of our thousands of listeners.
Yes.
I still consider, like, and my family's not even in the spotlight or do anything, but I'm just like, what my mom think, what my kids think if I
Yeah.
do X, Y, Z.
Right.
You have siblings that have been in entertainment, that are well respected, like your like you didn't consider any of them.
The impact.
And how crazy this was gonna make all of y'all look like they look crazy,
Listen,
like you look crazy.
Right. And that's in the conversation that you're having with yourself when you're trying to plot this thing, of course I work in criminal justice with the kids, and I always tell them, I'm like, you didn't think the plan all the way through.
He ain't thinking halfway through.
Like, nah. Did you think if this motherfucker don't go through, what people like your people, you have the ripple effects, the impact of all of those people, your career, which is why they said he was doing it in the first place to boost up, just put himself in the news and boost up his popularity.
Here's the thing about that,
come on,
which
man.
really, really kind of is mind-boggling, because if it's genuinely this, then what he's asking for is ludicrous. Okay, they say he's set to make he makes $100,000 a show or something like that.
Oh, is that what it is?
So he was set to make like so much million this year. On top of separate from that, him and the youngest brother on the show is Hakeem. I don't know his real name. They tour musically. I didn't even know that part. Okay. They both have their music that they perform, and they do shows, and he makes money from those shows. Yeah. So to say that you're going back to ask for more money, you're already making money hand over fist, because the show is what gave you the musical platform to be able to go out and perform as a solo artist or whatever and make that money. You're making that money that they most likely are not getting a percentage of.
Right. That's on
top of your 100,000 episode. What more do you want from me? Like, I feel like Tyrese. Like, what do you want? What other money is like? Why is that not enough for you?
I want it all.
And you're one of the main characters. A lot of the storyline is based around him.
Right.
And me and the kids were discussing it, and I was like, it's crazy because when he came out and said the Black Tupac thing.
Yeah.
Gay Tupac.
Gay Tupac thing.
I was like, wait a minute.
I know,
Tupac
that was
right.
It totally blew me. First of all, really?
Really?
But it's
Tupac.
weird because everybody wants to be like you said, like where we are today in society, it's everybody has a cause and they're riding for something. They want to stand for something. Yeah. And it's like, you kind of want to be this martyr. You want to make this mark, but you have like before Empire, we were talking with Anthony's show. We were talking about like gay sex scenes and stuff like that. Yeah. You didn't see that on mainstream TV. Like when this came out, I remember my mom stopped watching it because it was like super graphic for normal TV. Yeah, it was just kind of in your face, right? Yeah. And so that was you. Like you kind of pioneered that, not just the sex, but the intimacy. Like sometimes on TV shows you'll see like a gay couple, whatever, but you won't see them really have like those intimate moments that you see like on Empire. Okay. And I definitely feel like, boom, that's you. Like you get, that was your character. You've made that mainstream and shown, that even though in the series they tried to portray you as like the weak one, but you're strong. Like I think there's a lot that he can look at and say, I did that. Right. This is me. Some type of what you should be proud of. Why are you trying to go in this lane?
Now you done undid a lot of that.
Yes. Yeah.
And there's no turn. It's like you can't unscramble eggs. Like he's.
Well, and then it's weird because, then they came out and said that he wrote a check for it. And now they're saying that the what is that? The sheriff or the policeman that made that report spoke too soon, because he did write out a check to the guys. But the memo line in the check was for like workouts and fitness training. Oh, he was supposed to be doing some type of video.
He wasn't gonna write. This is for.
That's what I said.
This for beating me
up. What did you write for the fake attack? Like what was the memo line on the check?
Fake attack.
Like did you didn't want to cash app him? Like what? But
keep it off the books.
The whole. It's just super. And then if you hire somebody for a fake attack and you're saying that they're white, you didn't want to hire white people to fake attack you? Like,
if you're going to hire somebody.
And make it.
In case somebody had cameras on
Make it. In 2019, where are there not cameras? Like, it's cameras everywhere.
And then it was African dudes.
Why would you?
Your peoples.
Don't do that. Your people.
There were some Nigerians, weren't there?
Were they?
Yeah, brothers.
Yeah. I know they're Africans, but that was the other joke. Like, you beat them up, big homie. Them two?
Yeah.
You show?
Come on.
Because I fought the fuck back. Bruh.
Yeah, Jussie. We need to get Jussie on the show to get his side of the story. We need to get Jussie. Yeah, because Jussie, I got questions. Jussie.
I don't even know if I want his side of the story as much as I just wanted to go away.
Yeah. Oh, so maybe we probably shouldn't talk about it anymore. And
I
on
don't
that
even,
note,
well, here's my thing, which is when I started out saying, we get lied to so much every day. It's not really a thing, but I think it was so sensational and maybe so unbelievable that it just kept coming up in the media. And then again, we were so hard on him for it. It was just like we was all rooting for you.
But that's the reason why we went so hard, is because we was like, yo, we got to protect this dude. We got to protect gay rights. We got to protect, this is wrong. This is hate. Like, we was going in. So, those people that was going in was like, yo, man, what the fuck you doing? You make me look bad out here.
That's why we can't be too quick.
And that make you apprehensive about just me personally. When I see shit like that, I'm like, see, I'm glad I ain't say shit.
Yeah.
Because now you got to retract your old shit.
Yeah, I've learned
you got to retract your support.
Just recently in so many things, I lost a lot of real friends that I had on social media. Like on Facebook, I have like 5,000, whatever the max is, plus followers and all of that.
5,000.
And no, but I've had for years, like whatever the max. I mean, from doing PR, entertainment, working with music artists, all this stuff. So, when I guess it would be after Trayvon. And at that time, every incident was like being blown up and they posting, and I was like posting and tagging and comment, and it was just, I even felt like, dang man, like it ain't no good new, like everything was just good to report. Right.
Yeah, but again, that's the thing that keep them looped. That's the thing that keep people interested. That's the thing that keep the views going and comments going. It's the quote unquote bad news.
It is
the negativity.
But even with that, at some point, like even with Centoya Brown and stuff, like you want to be an advocate and you want to put it out there, but you also, I feel like I'm at a space now where I just can't bombard myself with so much negativity, because mentally it takes you to a different space.
Yeah, and it doesn't go away easily, or doesn't go away quietly.
Right.
Because those type of stories, continuous every day. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That can be a lot.
Yeah, that one, the R. Kelly one, he still won't go away.
Yeah, now it's just new developments upon new developments.
The best part, or the worst part, or the most shocking part to me of the whole fiasco, dude, R. Kelly has been in the music industry over 20 years.
We were just talking about that.
This nigga, and it make you take it there, nigga. You ain't have $100K in liquid assets to bail out of jail. Where's your money?
Where your money at?
Tied up with the girls in the. Where is the money?
You building caves and shit. That's where all your money at,
bruh.
You ain't got 100 G's. After how long has he been in the industry? I mean, at least since the early 90s,
years.
right? Yeah,
at least 20 years.
Come on, man.
You don't have $100K in liquid assets.
Yeah.
Where's your money?
That had me.
The old girl that bailed him out was like, well, he said he was gonna have it. Have it? What, he had to move around?
He ain't got it now.
Man.
Yeah, that's rough. Because you be thinking that, he been in the game all this time. He got all this bread, or at least a little something. He got Nathaniel.
At this point in his life and his career, he should have investments.
Right.
He should
something
have
he can cash
residual income.
For this
he
shit.
Should have. Should is the operative word.
Yeah. You gotta have a bag somewhere for shit like this. I mean, I'm thinking.
Yeah, you thinking a lawyer and retainer? Those lawyers have access to certain assets. He should have accounts in other countries. Like, what?
I'm thinking.
My kids just watch. I Believe I Can Fly. Like, where's your what? Robert. You gotta Robert.
Robert. Come on, Rob. We need to get Robert in the show so we get his side of the story.
Nah, that's a side. I don't want to talk about the girls. We want to talk about the money.
Yeah,
I want to know where the hell is your money.
Have a financial show and talk about where your assets at.
His
bro.
music is
years in the
still
game.
now. Before this mute R. Kelly thing really blew up, they still play, which a lot of places have said now they're not playing, but a lot of places still play his music. So It's not like he's not getting spins. It's not like, where's your money?
Yeah. And speaking of this type of situation, Spider and Mike and myself, we were talking about Escaping Neverland coming out soon.
Man, I don't speak on Mike.
Yeah, me neither.
That's my.
I know, but this is
my heart.
This is. I'm not going to speak on it. I'm just going to say that it's probably something that I need to watch, but it's going to be very difficult.
You know what? I've been thinking about it because they were talking about it on the Breakfast Club, and I'm from the school of Charlemagne. As his stance was, these guys under oath admitted he ain't do nothing to him. Mm-hmm. Under oath, when you had the opportunity to say whatever your truth was, that was your truth at that time. Now that Mike is dead and gone, now we doing another documentary saying
what's it about?
He did. So I feel like y'all full of shit.
Right.
That's
but again, like you said, that's what's gonna get the attention though. He can't refute it. He ain't here.
All right. But even the parents at that time, which, whatever. I just feel and so I had this thought when I was writing, because people were calling in and saying all kind of stuff. I remember watching the interview he did with Oprah. You remember the interview with him and Oprah, and we recorded it for whatever reason.
We used to record everything. You had all kind of VHS.
We recorded.
We're dating ourselves.
I used to watch that shit. I think I watched it like 100 times. I just was fascinated. I wasn't one of those kids that was like in love with Mike, because he kind of scared me.
Yeah,
but I was fascinated by him, like just in awe of him. Yeah. Him, his talent, like him, his personality.
He had
like
an aura to him.
Yeah.
His presence.
So I was thinking, as a parent at 37 now, okay, let's take like a Chris Brown, who's, when we look at that type of talent that has people just kind of like, ooh.
Right.
If as a day, Azuri had the opportunity to go to Chris Brown's house, and be in that space, and sleep in the bed, would I be like, yeah, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just,
look, my kids ain't gonna be around nobody. I don't care who they are.
Even if I could go and meet Chris and be like, oh my God, like, everything I do, and just be thinking like,
yeah,
and the sacrifice is my kid.
But that's what it come to me. That's what it is. Because I mean, of course, we can't. When you look at the adults' responsibility and their role in this, I believe, because obviously as kids that we are charged with protecting. I mean, as adults, we're charged with protecting the kids. So, if me personally, say I have these aspirations about music or whatever my experience has been, I tried to be a musician, or I just always been fascinated with that type of lifestyle. If that's my mindset, and now I have children, and now my children have the opportunity to be around somebody who's a mega star, I'm probably not gonna be thinking straight about the things that we're talking about. I'm probably not gonna be thinking about that, because I'm thinking about more of the opportunity for my kid to blow up in a way that I never did, or something like that. And I'm not saying these parents will like that,
right?
But I think that part of the mindset is being opportunists, and not thinking about some of the dangers or the red flags. You know what I mean?
I definitely.
Come on,
which
now
goes back to what we were saying about R. Kelly and the parents with R. Kelly, like they were sending the kids. But even on that side, to me, it's more sensible, because they were kids that had talents, and they were sending them with somebody that had talent, where they were trying to like hone their skills.
Yeah.
In this situation, it was none of that. It was just the
just
kids going right.
Yeah.
Which I'm leery when my kids want to hang out with grown-ups that ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Just grown-ups, period.
Right.
Yeah, they got some kids over there. Who you going to kick it with? And why you want to kick it with my kid anyway? You like kids that much?
Right.
I'll stay over here if it's like that. No.
So me at the age that I am now, I can look back at it and admit, yeah, it's weird. And I would have questioned, like, when I remember looking at it and listening to him and thinking like, oh, it's innocent, it's pure. Like, he just likes the energy. You can like the energy all you want. Like, all that just ain't. ain't it?
Yeah, I can't.
It's weird as shit.
It's different.
Because if you knew, just think about your coworkers. If you had a coworker that was like, yeah, you know, I don't have any kids, but I like to have like my friends' kids over, and you know, we have like sleepovers, and you know, we all fall asleep, and you be like,
yeah, I'm drinking Jesus
kind of
juice.
weird shit you into.
Yeah, I'm like, what you mean? I need more information.
So why did we give Mike the pass? Like, why
Because
did
of who
he?
he is?
Because he's Mike.
Yeah, and I don't know this, but you know, you got the kids coming to Neverland. They you know, they going on the rides and all that other shit. I mean, I'm thinking maybe he was like, yeah, here you go, you know, have a little something. I'm gonna, you know, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that happened, but you talk about Michael Jackson. These people don't operate like regular people operate.
This is,
you know, and they're driven
true.
by money, and they understand the world is driven by money. So, and they got it to blow. You know, they're probably, oh yeah, just take it. You know, don't worry about it. It's like a transaction and shit almost. I'm hoping that that's not the case, but that's what concerns me about the whole
man. You
situation.
know, when I heard the Jared Subway,
Yeah,
Jared from Subway,
man.
that's how he was. It was all transactional. Like, these people weren't really people. Like, those kids were just, it was just like, oh yeah, I'm going here, and these are the kids, and I'm having this and this and that. And it was just like mind blowing to listen to and hear, like you said, transactional take place. It was just like, what?
So I'm gonna see, because I didn't watch.
You're gonna watch it?
Listen, I didn't watch all of the R. Kelly shit. You know, I didn't watch all of it, but I had enough to get an idea of, yo, I'm all set. I'm not interested anymore. So I'll probably give it a glimpse, because I just don't be on the TV like that. But I'll give it a glimpse because this is Mike, and I know he's not here, but I'm curious to see how these people's stories are different versus when they were under oath and told a different story.
I said a trailer, and I'm just not.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
ain't
wanna give it my energy.
Yeah. We need to get Mike in here so we can hear from his side of the story.
We need a Ouija board.
Rest in peace, Mike. Rest in peace.
Yeah, please. And that's another thing. The dead,
Yeah.
he still have kids that's out here. Like,
Blanket in him.
that shit gotta, shout out to Paris and Blanket. What's the oldest one? I think he's Michael, huh? The third?
I don't know.
Junior?
I know Blanket in Paris. That's
shout
it.
out to them.
Yeah.
I don't know. So how do we switch gears to Cap from this?
Well, we don't need
another episode for
That's
another
a
day.
different-
We got to end on a positive note, because I'm about to cry now thinking about Mike.
Yeah, let's
that
not cry. Let's
Kanye
not cry.
song, MJ gone, my nigga dead.
Yo. So
I don't want to remember Mike as the child molester. I just don't.
No, me neither.
I just don't.
Yeah, no, and I won't. I won't remember him. I'll just remember him from Thriller. That's it. You ain't taking that away from me. And Billie Jean, the video.
Thriller.
The video. I was like, yo, I want to walk and the shit light up. You know what I
When
mean?
you look at the scheme of things, even taking Jussie out the equation,
Jussie.
and Bill Cosby and R, and it's a lot of people that feel like, oh, the conspiracy theories when we get these great black men in these positions. Well, they kind of fuck themselves up. First of all,
Yeah.
they don't make the best. They ain't making the best decisions. But at the same time, it's a certain adamancy they have, just are really adamant. I don't think that was a word. To tarnish the legacy of
it
these
appears
people.
like that. You're right.
And that's the part that is so detrimental to us. You know what I'm saying? Because even though, like even with Bill Cosby, as much as I wanted to see him get whatever he deserved for whatever he did, the tarnishing of the Cosby Show and the Huxtables and everything he did for HBCUs and all of the great philanthropy, like all of that shouldn't be washed away because of the horrible shit he did. But then I look at people that say the same shit about R. Kelly, and I'm like, no, take it away. Right. So I guess it just depends on whatever side of the fence you're on, because I don't know, for whatever reason, I just feel like it's different.
Yeah, and it reminds me of I remember people, because me and my family, we started celebrating Kwanzaa probably about 3 years ago, like just like really celebrating it every year, you know. And I remember people asking me like, yo, you know what this dude did back in the day with, because he has like some serious like assault, kidnapping charges.
The guy that created
Karenga. Yeah, he got some like major kidnapping. He had some
What?
shit. Yeah, some crazy
never
shit.
knew this.
So, yo, I'm telling you, like some
Hey,
wild shit, right?
I'm gonna go look this up.
Yeah, you should. And then so they was like, yo, how you celebrate that? And the founder of that was involved in all that shit. And I'm like, well, listen, just okay. So this is a human being who came up with this great idea about, celebrating Black culture and togetherness and collectivity and all these great principles. If the motherfucker followed his own principles, we wouldn't have had these, So, but just because he made a stupid ass decision doesn't mean that the principles that he created and invented for a whole fucking people and a whole holiday is something that's tainted. It doesn't change the fact just because he made decisions, on his own and his own personal decisions to be on some wild shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel bad about celebrating these because I believe in these principles, separated from the individual who founded them.
Absolutely.
It is what it is. Now, some people will say, well, that's the same with R. Kelly. I mean, he still got great music and he just made this kind of decision. I was like, I don't know if that's the same because the shit that he's singing about is related to the shit he was fucking doing.
Yeah.
I can't listen to, you remind me of my Jeep and I can't think of like 11-year-old and shit. I'm sorry. Yep. To me, it's a little different. And I don't like R&B anyway. Shout out hip hop, 90s hip hop all day long, baby. But so I think that way it's a little bit different.
Absolutely.
It's a little bit different. But, he teaches on. I'm still celebrating Kwanzaa, goddammit.
And on that note, Gucci Chocolate and all that.
You know what I mean?
I'm here for it. I mean, we don't do Kwanzaa. We're even though we're not Christian, we're big on Christmas as a religious aspect of it. Yeah. But I mean, what's the takeaway?
The takeaway is watch your back.
and your front.
And make motherfucking better decisions because, what can you say? What? Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect, but you got to do.
I would say.
Don't hurt people. Live. Here's the takeaway. Hold up. This is the takeaway. Live and let live. Don't hurt the next man.
I would say consider the culture. That's my
consider
new
the culture.
thing. Consider the culture. Like before you go out here.
Oh, okay.
And act a fool.
Yeah.
And then make us look bad.
Think it through. There you go, making us look bad. Think it
the
through.
Culture.
This is what I want. I want us to think it through. And if you think it through and you can live with, you know what I mean? Like then you can do what you got to do. Because none of us are perfect, but when you talking about some of the shit that we talking about, like you clearly didn't think that one through. You thought you was gonna be able to keep that shit in the shadows forever.
That part.
And with that, I'm done. I'm done, Spider. I'm done. I got nothing else.
Thank y'all for tuning in. It's always good when we can do these shows and kind of catch up on what's been in the news and in the media. I love it.
Indeed.
And get everybody. Well, I am absolutely Adia.
Y'all know who it is. The franchise. I'm in the building.
Thank y'all for tuning in. This is The Quiet. Y'all be good.